Good evening, good evening, good evening, my brothers and sisters. How are you doing this beautiful evening? Your brother Tony is in the house, and as a matter of fact, I'm close to the dinner table, so come on in, come on in. I got some good soul food. It's hot, it's on the table. My brother and sister is going to be very nutritional for you tonight. I hope that you looked at the menu before you came in, but if you haven't, I'm going to tell you what's on the menu tonight, and I hope that everything is smelling good for you. So come on in. I would like for you all to have a seat and get ready to enjoy this good soul food that I'm about to expound, not explain to you. I hope that you all had a very good day. Your brother Tony, as a matter of fact, let me tell you my mindset. My mindset is that I am feeling excellent, blessed, with a twist of serenity. And I hope you, brothers and sisters, I hope that you all had a very, very positive day. If you're in the Lord, you had a very, very good day. How you doing, Sister Flo Harvey Martin? I see you didn't have sat down at the dinner table. How you doing, sister? Come on in, brothers. Come on in, sister. We got a treat tonight, and you going to really enjoy this food tonight. If this is your first time at the dinner table, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tony M Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationships basically from a biblical position, but it applies to today, okay? When I said biblical, I look at the dawning of a relationship when God had a unique relationship with the man Adam. Secondly, he had a unique relationship with Eve. Thirdly, he repositioned and brought the woman back to the man, or he gave the woman back to the man. And in the presence of God, the man Adam said, in regards of the woman Eve, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I should call a woman because she came from man. That's the position I come from. Now, if you come to the dinner table and you don't believe in the account that's documented in the book of Genesis, you have what is called a free will. You do whatever you choose to do because God gave you a free will. He did not make you a robot, but I'm just telling you what type of food that I serve at the dinner table. So, and I encourage you to sit here and get some of this good soul food. It will help you now, okay? So with that said, we're about to get into tonight's content, but the one thing I need to mention, I'm on two platforms. I'm on the book and I'm on the tube. If you're on the book, sometime I may say something to some people on the tube. You may not see it, but I see them, okay? And those of you that are on the tube, I may make a comment to those that are on the book. You may not see it, but I see it. But bottom line, we are family. Yes, we are family. Like that song Sister Sledge had out years ago. We are family. So we are family, and we're here at the dinner table. So let's get into the menu. What's on the menu tonight? What's on the menu tonight is if a man has these seven qualities, never thinking about leave him. How you doing, mother? Welcome to the dinner table. Remember, on the dinner table tonight, sister, this is basically directed at you. Listen up. My single sister, listen up. And some of my married sister, listen up. If a man has these seven qualities, never think about leaving him. Sisters, some of you have been exposed to some good men, but for whatever happened, it didn't come to pass. Some of you sisters have been in a relationship with a good man, but for some reason, it came to an end. And we're about to explore this topic tonight, okay? Now, there's this false narrative that have been going on for many, many years, and many women, not all women, I stress, not all women believe it, but majority of the women are primarily a lot of single women, and there's some married women, but primarily single women that believe in this. There aren't any good men. That's the flag that's a lot of women walk around with. There aren't any good men. And there's another saying that some women say. A lot of women, they say, I can't find a good man. So at the dinner table tonight, we're going to talk about a particular guy that got 7 qualities that you should never leave him. Now, let me address one part when I said there aren't any good men. That's a false narrative. There are good men. No matter what you hear out there, how you doing, sister Miss KK? No matter what you have heard out there in public, my brother, and especially my sister, there are some good men. When we say good men, we're not talking about, and I have to stress this, there's one type of good man and the rest of them are not good men. Even if they treat you nice, even if they do some what are called nice thing, it's only one type of good man. And I always go to this, and you need to listen to me, sister. There's only one type of good man. And the only good man is a man that's in Christ. Even though this man had flaws, he may make errors in his life. He had a past, but only a man that's in Christ is a good man. You read the reason why, because the Bible clearly said that our rags are like filthy rags that go for men and women. So the only man, a good man, is a man that's in God through his son Jesus. There's no ifs and buts about it. So some of you sisters, some of you single sisters, you may be dating a guy, and he might be treating you nice. He might do some nice thing to you. I mean, even a worldly man, but that doesn't mean that he's good. He's good according to the world standard, but that doesn't mean that he's good for you. The only man that's good for you, sister, it's got to be something deeper about that man. I have a question, sister. Listen to this, sister. Before I ask that question, let me say this. Let me tell you what a good man desires, my sister. A good man, this is what a good man wants you to know. You, and all of you good sisters out there, this is what a good man wants you to know. A good man wants you to know what he can do to add to your happiness. Now, a good man cannot make you happy. Let's get that clear. A good man cannot make you happy. That's only the Lord could make you happy. Only the Lord could call you to rejoice. But a good man, he wants to know how he can add to your happiness. Not only does a good man wants to know how he can add to your happiness, he wants to know what do you need. And why did I make that statement? A good man wants to know how he can add to your happiness and what you need. A good man gonna follow the patterns and ways of Jesus Christ. When Jesus was here on earth, Jesus went about trying to see what people need. He wanted to give people joy in this messed up world, and plus he wanted to meet a need. And that's how a good man mentally be thinking when he see a good woman, a woman that's a potential wife. He wants to know how he can add to the happening, what you need. Now, this is the question, sister. My question to you, sister, just think about this question. You may not thought about it, but I'm about to put it in front of you now. Are you a toy? Just answer that, sister. Look in the nearest mirror and ask yourself, are you a toy? Just think about it. You might not even have to go to a mirror. You may just, since I put it out there, just go through your thoughts and see, look within yourself and see, are you a toy or you're not? What is a toy? A toy is a plaything. That's what a toy is. Sister KK, Miss KK said, no, sir, I'm not. A toy is a plaything. So, sister, there are a lot of men out there. Sister Flo said no too. There are a lot of men out there that view you as a toy. Now, what I'm talking about tonight, this is not no beat down on no guys whatsoever. As a matter of fact, this is something uplifting for a good man. But worldly men view you, sister, as a toy. And let me tell you about a toy. And this could go for girls too, but mainly we're going to talk about men. When a man was young and he was a young boy, it depends on what his parents could do. Some boys, they got a whole bunch of toys, especially around the Christmas thing, right? So what normally happens? A boy will get toys and he will play with the toys and play with the toys, and after a while, the newness wear out. And what happens when the newness wear out on the toy? The boy start getting bored with it. How you doing, Sister Tierra? Welcome to the dinner table. That's how young boys do. They get tired of those same type of toys and they looking for something else. And when they get the newest version, that's what they want. And then we got what are called grown boys. What do grown boys want? Grown boys, you listen to how they talk, they want a toy that's called a top-of-the-line car. When I say a top-of-the-line car, some men look at it like, that's a toy to some men. But you see, after the new car smell go out, they're going to be looking for something else. And you see, a lot of these worldly men, they know that a lot of worldly women, they are into toys. As a matter of fact, I heard one of my workmates, and she's a grown woman. I heard one of my workmates talking about a man and his car. She go by, and I mean a full grown woman that's up in age. She measure a man by his car. And what a lot of women do not understand, a man could be living somewhere other than what type of car he drive if it's his car. And let me give you an example. There used to be this guy friend of mine many, many years ago. And when it came to social media, well, not social media, when it came to online dating. Now, there's nothing wrong with online dating. Let me put this out there. But this is what he did. He took a picture. He was decked out from head to toe. And he took a profile picture of a car, and it was not his car. So his strategy was to go to little small towns outside of our little city. He wanted to go to the outskirts of the city. And what he told me, that a lot of the girls, women that was outside the city that kind of lived way out there, they were impressed with a man that has a car, and it was not even his. That was just, he used that vehicle as a toy to attract the woman. It was a shiny thing. It was a shiny thing. Speaking of a shiny thing, sisters, another question: if you're not a toy, do you like shiny things? You got to remember this. Satan himself transformed himself into an angel of light. Or are you intrigued by shiny things? Don't you know shiny things, they eventually lose their shine? Especially everything in this world, it eventually lose their shine. Sister KK say, they also break them intentionally. Amen. And Sister Tierra said, he used to deceive to draw these women in. That's right. Yeah, that's what he did, Sister Tierra. He used that car and stuff to draw the women in. Some men know what to do to draw women that got a shadow mindset. But sister, if you encounter a man that got these 7 qualities that I'm about to break down, that particular man, you should not never leave. Number one, a man that you should really consider to not leave the relationship. And when I say, and I'm talking about a good man, sister, if you encounter a man that's, first of all, that he's thoughtful, he's a thoughtful man. A thoughtful man is not a selfish man. Get that? A thoughtful man is not a selfish man. A thoughtful man is not a narcissist type of individual. This thoughtful man, remember what I said a little earlier, a good man, he wants to know how he can add to your happiness, and he wants to meet your need. So if he looking to add to your happiness and to meet your need, he's a thoughtful man. Sister, when it comes to a man, you have to look beyond the shiny things. You have to look at that man based on the content of his character, what's on the inside of the man. That's the first thing you need to concentrate on. What make that man tick? What's on the inside, not what he does or what he has, but what he is. Cause a real man is the man on the inside. Even God doesn't go by what's on the outside. God go by what's on the inside. When God chose King David to be the second king of Israel, this is what God told this prophet. I believe it was Samuel. Yeah, Samuel. He said that he looked on the heart of the man, but men look on the appearance. So men and women in general, they look at the appearance, what's going on the outside. But God said he look at the heart. So sister, if you really want a good man in your life, he needs to be a thoughtful man, because a thoughtful man is going to be thinking about you. Sister Tierra said, I used to believe a man's word and not his action. Now look at his action and look at his inside, because eventually he will show you the true him. That's right, Sister Tierra. Based on what you said, I'm going to say three things now. I have said it before. I'm going to say it again tonight because you just triggered a thought. In the Bible, I believe it was Jeremiah, I believe, he stated that an Ethiopian cannot change the color of his skin, neither can a leopard change his spot. Jesus said that you could tell a tree by the fruit that it bears, and Maya Angelou, the renowned poet, she put a thing out there that's tagged to her that state, whenever a person show you who he or she is, believe it. And that's right, Sister Tierra. You have to, when it comes to a man, you have to look at his action and his word. What comes with thoughtfulness? What comes for thoughtfulness, my sister, is a man that he's a good listener. He will listen to you. He will not just hear you. He will listen to you. He will listen to you intensely. He will listen to you with purpose in mind. When this man is very thoughtful, he is focused in. He's a narrow thinking man. He's not a broad thinking man. He is a narrow thinking, focused man. And the focal point after God is you. You understand? After God is you. So, sister, a thoughtful man, you got to see where his priorities are at. And this is a quality. When after you don't want no man to put you on a pedestal, okay? You don't want no man to put you on a pedestal. But you do want a man that going to put you close to the pedestal. Because the person that on the pedestal is the Lord himself before the man. You never want that man to look at you as the apple of his eye. The apple of his eye, he's thoughtful about his position with God through his son Jesus. Then it comes to you. So he's thoughtful. he is a we, us, and I type. I mean, he's a we, us, and our type of man. He's not a I, me, myself, and I type person. See, a me, myself, and I, that's a selfish narcissist guy. He's not going to be thoughtful for you because he wants somebody to orbit around you. I mean, around him, which is you, sisters, okay? So you want a thoughtful man. You don't want no man that's not thoughtful, okay? So a man that's thoughtful, he's going to be an intense, focused man. And you're going to be one of his main priorities in life. Number two, those of you that are coming in tonight, the topic or what's on the menu at the dinner table tonight, if a man had these several qualities, never think about letting him go. I just touched on number one. He's a thoughtful man. Now, number two, if this man had this type of quality, it's going to benefit you, sister. He has a sense of oneness. He has a sense of oneness. What do I mean by that? This man, after God, his relationship with God, he look at you as his best friend. He wants to be one with you. Just like he got a oneness relationship with God, and God is his friend. Like the Bible say that Abraham was considered the friend of God. So God is his man friend, and after God, before his boys or anything, he wants you to be his best friend after his relationship with God. He understands that. He could have grown up with some guys that he called his best friend. How you doing, Sister Marjorie G? He could have been a man that he considered as his best friend. But once you come in the picture, that man that he grew up with or his boy, whatever, he's not his best friend no more. He's just a friend because he promoted you to be his best friend. And it should work that way, vice versa. So he wants oneness with you. What do I mean by oneness? When we go all the way back to the Garden of Eden, what did Adam say when he seen Eve? He said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. I should call her woman because she came from man. For this cause, a man should leave his father and mother and cleave to his wife. So when this man look at you, he want to cleave with you. He want to cleave with you spiritually. He wants to cleave to you through your soul, which is composed of your mind, your will, and your emotion. He wants to cleave to you physically. He wants to cleave to you financially. He wants to cleave to you in all ways. If you notice this, I started inside out. I said spirit, that's first. That's inside. I said soul, that's the mind, the will, and emotion. That's inside. Then I started going outside, bodily, then financially. So that's what a good man is. Sister, if you have a good man, number two, never let him go because he wants to have those intimate, heartfelt talks and share his hopes, dreams, and desire with you. Let me tell you something, sister. When a man open up and he share his hope, dreams, and disappointment with you, that man has a high level of trust towards you. This man looking for someone to trust. Don't you, sister, realize this, that it's hard for a man to open up? You know why it's hard for a man to open up? Because of trust. He'll rather take his chances on dealing with something in case, because you see, more so women are more open than men. Men aren't that open in general. Most men aren't that open. You see, as a matter of fact, the man need to be with the right woman to open up to. A man, brother, you out there, don't be like Samson and be in a relationship with a woman like Delilah. You see, Samson, that was one of his errors. He was running behind the wrong woman. And he ran behind the wrong woman and he opened up and she took advantage of it because she didn't love him. He was running after Delilah. So, brother, do not run after a woman. God will bring the right woman to you through life circumstances, okay? Or life situation. So never run after a woman. So again, that's a sense of oneness. Number three, This man, he would desire to meet all of your needs. I'm going back to something else. He would desire, when he look at you, sister, he purposely want to meet all your needs, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, bodily, and financial. What do I mean by spiritual? This man, he wants to lead you as he follow Christ. This man is thinking about your spirit. This man is a deep thinker. He really thinking about your spirit, your relationship to Christ. This good man, he has a relationship with Christ. He desires for you to have a good relationship with Christ, because he knows that you have an expiration date in this world, sister. Like he have an expiration date. Everything that you see right now, it has an expiration date. Everything in this world has everything in the world have a beginning date and it have an expiration date. You go to your local store and you buy an item, it's gonna have an expiration date on there, which means it's gonna come to an end. So, sister, this man, he knows that he's gonna come to an end with you. But this man is thinking about your spiritual relationship with Christ, because he knows that you have a soul. That's what he knows, that you have a soul, and he wants your soul to be saved. He don't want your soul going to hell or the second death, the lake of fire. He's thinking about you beyond this world. Worldly men don't think about you beyond this world. They think about the here and the now. But this man think about your soul, which is composed of your mental, how you think. This man, he wants your mind to be at peace. He would be very careful how he talks to you. That's what the man think. He do not want to talk to you in a way where it's going to make you feel deflated or that you do not have no value. He's not going to be one of these men that cuss you out. He's not going to be one of those men that call you a garden tool. And I'm not talking about a shovel. He's not going to call you a 304. If you don't know what a 304 is, you get your calculator and put 304 and turn the calculator upside down, and you'll see what I'm talking about. He's going to be considerate of everything he say, because he knows that his word could lift you up, and he also knows that his word could break you down. He knows a lot about the nature of a woman. The reason why he knows the nature of a woman, because he got a relationship with Christ, and Christ revealed to that man your deepest needs and your wants. That's why the Lord placed him there. So this man, he's going to be thinking before words come out of his mouth. He's a thinker. He's going to use uplifting words. He's going to use encouraging words, because he don't want your mind to be going left and right. Then he's thinking about your heart, your emotions. That's what he think about, your emotion. He don't want your emotion to be up and down. He wants your emotion to be just like a calm sea as much as possible. So he think about your mind and your emotion, which leads to your will. He would like for you to be willing to be in a long-term relationship with him, because he have a purpose in life and he want you to be a part of it. So that's your soul, your mind, your emotion, which is your heart, and your will. That's composed of your soul. Then he wants to go to your bodily. This man, he love your body, because he knows that your body is the temple of the Lord. He look at your body beyond sexual. Worldly men look at your body as sexual. Because to worldly men, most of the time they look at you as you are an object anyway. But good men, they look at your body as it's the temple of the Lord, because they know that the Lord lives in your body. Worldly men don't have that type of knowledge that the Lord in your body. You see, worldly men, sister, they look at you as, okay, she got a body and she got a mind. They don't even think about those very deep things about you, about your emotions and your will and your mind. They don't think that deep. They don't even understand when a woman say, I feel, I felt. They don't even understand that type of terminology when you say that. They really do not understand. And then these men, they look at your body, they know that God put you in the body that he desired, because they know that his son Jesus, wherever you go, sister, he know that the Lord going with you. That's why he value your body. He don't look at your body as a plaything. He don't look at your body as a toy. Then he think about you financially. He may not have 6 figures in the bank, but he's going to make sure that your needs financially are being met. And when I said financially, this man looking at you beyond just the girlfriend or living. He's looking at you as a wife when he think about financial. Number 4, if a man had these 7 qualities, never think about letting him go. Number 4, he desires to protect you. He lets you know that his desire is to spend a lot of time with you with that protection. As I stated last night, you, sister, you are just like a sheep and he's like your shepherd. He's not the shepherd, which is Jesus, but he take the pattern of Psalms 23. I think, is it Psalm 23? You all know the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. That Psalms. He look at, is it? Yeah, I think. But he look at that, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He models that. That's a pattern for how he operate when it comes to you. He look at you like you are a sheep. He's there to protect you. And he wants to spend time with you. Let me tell you this, sister. When a man wants to spend time with you, it's better if a man want to spend time with you. Why would you want to beg a man to spend time with you? If you have to beg a man to spend time with you, that should tell you something. But if a man really wants to spend time with you, he want to spend time with you more than he want to spend time than anything else other than God. After God, he wants to spend time with you. He wants to spend quality time with you. But there are some women, I'm not saying you, there are some women that they get a pleasure out of a man asking for time. And they think it's a game. And some women go around saying, he too clingy. He too clingy. I don't want him around. You see, women that talk about he too clingy, these are women that used to the wrong type of men. Because good men, godly men want to spend time with you, just like the Lord like to spend time with us. And the Lord wants to spend time with us whenever we decide to spend time with him. He's not going to force it. But the Lord wants us to spend as much time with him as possible. And that's how a good man, a godly man would like it. He wants to spend more time with you than anything else other than the time with the Lord. He's not clingy. He just wants to be there to protect you, just like a shepherd and a sheep. He decided time. So let me tell you this, brothers. Listen to this. If you're dealing with a woman and she doesn't want to spend time with you, you need to move on. You need to move on. If a woman say, I got to get back with you, go to plan B. I'm telling you, if a woman ever have to tell you, I get back with you, go to plan B. If a woman said, let me check my schedule, go to plan B. You don't have no time for it. And sister, on the other hand, if a man doesn't want to spend time with you, I'm talking to you, single brother, single sister, go to plan B. Plan B means move on. Don't wait. Some of you sisters right now, you allow some of these worldly men to put you on a schedule. You should not allow a man to put you on no schedule. And also the same thing, brother. You should not allow a woman to put you on no schedule. That's the worst thing you could do. And another thing, the worst thing you could do is when you try to initiate trying to spend time with somebody and you always have to ask, can I spend time with you? You shouldn't have to ask, can I spend time with you? It should be sometime. Let me tell you this, sister. And let me tell you this, brother. It should be a mutual thing where both should say sometime, I would like to spend time with you. It shouldn't be on one side, I want to spend time, I want to spend time. It should be a mutual thing. Sister, let me tell you this. A man should not have to keep saying, I want to spend time with you. Sometimes, sister, you should say, I want to spend time with you, but don't beg. And the same thing, brother, don't beg. Number 5. And this is a big point, my sister. If a man had these 7 qualities, never think about letting him go. And this is very important. Listen, 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 listen. He will make the relationship public. He will make the relationship public and personal. He isn't looking to be in no temporary type of relationship. He's not looking to be in no temporary long-term relationship. When I said temporary long-term, he's not looking for you to be his girlfriend, his boo, or his live-in, or somebody that he just see every now and then. He wants you to be his wife. And he will articulate it to you because he values you and he wants to honor you. He want the world to know it's all about you. He don't want to hide. He don't want to go way out in the boondocks to do things with you. He don't want to have to take you to way out to be with you. He don't mind being public with you. And then personal, he will convey to you, look, I want to enter into a covenant relationship with you. I'm serious about you. Can't you see? And I want to commit to you. I want to take myself off the market. I want to invest 100% in you as I invest 100% in the Lord. So I want to make this a personal thing. When I make this a personal thing, I'm going to, if you are willing to get into this agreement with me, I want to show you off, not as a trophy, but I want to show you off. I want the public to know that you are the one. I want every other woman to know that you are the one. I want every other man to know that you are the one. I want everybody to know that you are number one. So I'm not going to hide you. And in personal, I want to claim the rights to be like Roger Troutman said some years ago. I want to be your man. You all remember that song by Roger Troutman from Zell? I want to be your man. That's what he's going to let you know. I want to be your man. Do you want to be my woman? I want to become your husband. And I desire for you to be my wife. So that because I value you. You are not a toy. Grown men that look at women like they're a toy, these are boy men. These are baby boys. These are the Jodies. Sister, is your name Yvette? Are you dating a baby boy? Are you dating Jody that ride on a bicycle? Or are you in a relationship with a man that's following after the Lord? Number 6, this goes for the spiritual, mental, emotional, body, and financial. This is what it is. He will not abuse you. You understand how you doing, Keita on the beat? He will not abuse you. He look at your spirit. He do not want to grieve the spirit of God that's in you. Because he know if he treating you wrong, and it's going to mess you up on the inside, and it's going to affect the spirit of the Lord that's in her, you, sister. So he's not going to abuse you. He values you. And then he will not abuse you mentally and emotionally. That's on the inside too. He comes to you with peace. He want a peaceful relationship with you. He do not want to keep you upset and off balance. He don't want you to be shedding all those unnecessary tears. All his words are calculated, so he know every word that comes out of his mouth. He wants to lift you up and encourage you. He don't want to bring you down and then have to keep coming back and saying, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. I won't do it no more. Then he do it again, and he do it again, and he do it again and again and again. I mean, he does it again. Sorry. He does it again, he does it again, he does it again, he does it again. You don't want no man that's going to abuse you, your spirit. You don't want no man to abuse you mentally and emotionally. You do not want that. You want to go to bed majority of every night with your heart smiling. You want, when that man is not away, you look forward to hearing his voice throughout the day. When you see his number coming to your cell phone, you smile because he's your man. You don't look at the phone and then you don't want to answer it. When he reach out to you with a text, you happily want to respond back to him. When he said, look, I want to be with you, you want to. But if you are abused, you don't want him around. You do not want a man to abuse you. And some of you sisters right now, you are in an abusive relationship. The reason why you are in an abusive relationship because you so tied to a narcissist type of guy that is a son of Satan. The only way you're going to get out of it is you got to pray to the Lord to break those shackles. And then when the Lord break those shackles of man, and then some of you sisters, not only does the man mentally and emotionally abuse you, some of these men, they beat down on you physically. And you don't tell nobody because you're afraid. You think he's going to kill you. Because some of you have been threatened by the man say he's going to kill you. And he's looking good to the world, but on the inside, you're going through a whole bunch of things. Other people lift you up, but you want him to lift you up, but he will not do it. He think that you his slave. And some of you women still like that today. Some of you women let these guys put all these fleas on you. All these guys this guy putting fleas on you because he dogging you out. You need help. Walk away from a man that's abusive. A lot of you single sisters, you are in a relationship with an abusive man because you think that there's no better man than that man. He treated you good at the beginning, but then his true colors came out later on. Pray to the Lord to deliver you. Go ahead and cry that last tear. Go no contact and do you heal before you get into another relationship. The final part, number 7. He will give up his last up to his life because he understands God's love for all of us when God gave his son Jesus, and Jesus gave his life. So a man that really into you, he's willing to give up his life for you. Because he know that he got eternal life in him and he going to be with the Lord. So not only will he lay down his life for the Lord first, he's willing to lay down his life for you. Which means he is willing to sacrifice. This is unconditional love. How you doing, Sister Cindy? Welcome to the dinner table. This is unconditional love. This man is willing to sacrifice. Sacrifice is when you're willing to give up something for the good of another person. And that's what this man look at. He will sacrifice for you. He's not going to let you use him now, but he will sacrifice. So I'm going to go over these 7 points again, and I'm going to do it real quick. For those of you that came in late, if a man had these 7 qualities, never think about letting it go. Number 1, the man is thoughtful. After he's thinking about the Lord, he's thinking about you. Everything that comes, everything about this man, he's always in his thought process is going to be about the Lord, and then it's going to be about you. He's thoughtful. You are always on his mind. Number 2, a sense of oneness. He desires for you to be his best friend after the Lord. He don't want no other man or no other woman to be his best friend. He wants you to be his best friend because he understands that concept of oneness, because he have a one relationship with God. So therefore, he want to have that oneness with you. Just like the Bible say, a man should leave his father and his mother and cleave to his wife, or the word unite to his wife and be one. He want that oneness with you. Number 3, he desires to meet all your needs. He desires to meet your spiritual needs because he cares about your soul. He wants you to be with the Lord when he at the Lord, because he know this world going to come to an end. So he cares about you spiritually. He cares about you mentally, emotionally. He cares about everything that's on the inside of you, the real you. Then he cares about your body. He do not look at your body as a toy. He do not want to use your body and just like it's nothing. He just want to satisfy his craving and then just throw your body like it ain't nothing. He knows that your body is the temple of the Lord, because he know wherever you go, the Lord is in there. Financially, he wants to meet your financial needs because you are like his sheep. He cares for you. Just like the Lord cares for his sheep, he patterns his ways after the Lord when it comes to you, because you his little precious sheep. Number 4, he desires to protect you like the shepherd. The shepherd protect the sheep from all danger, even wolves. He do not mind protecting you. He not going to let me tell you something. When a man really into you, listen to me, sister. When a man really into you, he is not going to let his mama, he not going to let his sister, no other man, no other woman just talk about you. He not going to do that. He strictly believes in the relationship of God first. It got God is the head of Christ, Christ is the head of man, and man is the head of right. He knows that you come before his parents. He knows that you come before his children, even he got children before you. He knows that you come before everybody except for God. and he's going to protect you. He's not going to play with nobody when it comes to you. He's not going to let nobody get out of line in his presence when it comes to you. He's going to put that person in check when it comes to you. He don't let anybody come out there and just slander you in front of his face. He's not going to do that. Because he knows if someone attacks you, it's like they're attacking him because you're one. So if you attack her, you attack me. And that's how godly men think. If a godly man is married, just like that laid up down the picture, you attack her, you attack me. And there's no ifs and buts about it. If you mess with her, guess who come to dinner? You don't, and I'm not trying to say I'm going to do no harm or nothing like that, but you cross the line if you mess with that one. That go from any man or any woman. You mess with that one, you cross the line. And that's how a man's supposed to be. Number 5, he will make the relationship public and personal. He do not mind if the world know about you, sisters. And he's going to make it personal because he's going to want to claim the relationship. He's going to say, look, I'm serious about you. I'm willing to commit to you 100%. And I would like for you to commit to me because I see you as a wife. I don't see you as a girlfriend. I don't see you as someone that I want to string along for years. I don't see you as a woman that just living with me and just living with me and we playing house. I see you as a wife. That's what you sister need. When a man need to look at you as a wife. That's why I had said on one of my earlier dinner table talk, sister, I told you all, you need to ask that man, whoever you date now, you need to ask that man, do you see me as a wife or not? If he said he see you as a wife and he not married to you and you've been in a relationship over a year, I'm putting it down to a year. If you've been in a relationship with a man over a year, and I'm being generous, why this man have not advanced the relationship? You know, a man does not have to give you no engagement ring to say I do. He could skip across, he could skip beyond the engagement and go ahead and get it done. But some of you sisters, you allow these men to string you along for years, and they give you those shut up rings, and you think it's an engagement ring, but it's a shut up ring, and then you add some more years to it. That should not be. He wants the world to know public. He don't care who knows. He's not going to hide you. He's not going to say, shh. He's not going to do that to the world. He don't care who knows about you. Some of you sisters right now, the man that you date, he won't even take a picture with you. Not only will he not take you out in public, he won't even take a picture with you. But you see him on social media taking pictures with everybody else, but he won't take a picture with you, and you want to be, and you supposed to be the one in his life. Or he's one of these men that I don't want my business out in the street. I like to keep my stuff private. You know, those kind of guys. I want to keep my stuff private. I don't want nobody all up in my business. Let me tell you this. If on a spiritual level, Jesus said to himself, Jesus say, if you do not claim me before men, I'm not going to claim you before my Father. You see, you can't even keep your relationship with Jesus secret. Jesus don't play that. Jesus said, if you don't acknowledge me before men, I'm not going to acknowledge you before my Father in heaven. or his angel, he's not going to acknowledge you. Can you understand that? Jesus himself said you got to acknowledge him before men. What does that mean? People got to see that you got a relationship with God, and you don't care what they say. You don't care what they call you, a Jesus freak or not. You don't care. You will not have to, you ain't got to go around talking about Jesus 24/7, 7 days a week. But when people look at you, they know, even though you're not perfect, that you have a relationship with the Lord. And you claim him publicly. You got a personal relationship with him, and you got a public relationship with him. When people talk, when you're not scared to talk about Jesus in front of people. You don't care whether you want them to know that you got a relationship. That's about not don't care. You want them to know that you got a relationship with Jesus. And that's, brother and sister, that's how you want that man to be. You want that man to claim you in front of other people. What woman don't want a man that say he love her but want to hide her? You in the same city, but he won't take you nowhere, but he want to take you through the drive-through. He don't want to go no public dinner, nothing with you. Or he want to go at a time when nobody ain't no hardly be there. You in the same city, but he won't do nothing in the city with you. He got to take you way out, but you stay in the city. And he don't want nobody to know about you. He just wanted to be uno. Thank you, Sister Keita on the beat. That's all he wants to know. He will not abuse you. He's thinking about your spirit, your soul, your body, and finance. He will not abuse you. How you doing, Sister April Smith? He will not abuse you. Some of you sisters, you know what abuse is. Anything that rattles you on the inside, that's abuse. Men don't have to physically put their hands on you. Their words could tear you up. So why you want to be in an abusive relationship with a guy? And the reason why I'm saying this is this. Because, and brother, I want to tell you this. I'm not kicking you down. I'm not kicking you down, Carl. You see, the thing about it, this is apart from last night. You see, the Bible clearly say when it talks to the husband, Peter made a statement. What Peter said. Peter made a statement. This is what Peter said. He said, husband, love your wives. The Bible commands love your wives. Treat them with understanding. Because they are the weaker vessel. Listen to what Peter said again. Husband, love your wife. That's a commandment. Peter just wasn't talking. He was inspired by the Spirit of God through Christ to say that. Then it said, treat them with understanding. You got to understand that woman. Ain't no such thing as you can't understand a woman. Yes, you can understand them. Your woman, not other women, your woman. And how do you understand your woman? You have to have a relationship with Christ, because Christ knows the ins and outs of that woman. So Christ can speak to your spirit. Your spirit communicate to your soul. Your soul communicate with your body, and you talk and you touch and you do everything. Because Christ is leading you. Christ is guiding you, and Christ is showing you how to understand her. Just like Jesus know that the number of hairs on your head. Well, he know the number of hairs on my head, but it's not up here. It's probably up under there somewhere. But the Lord know the number of hairs on your head. Brother, that's how you supposed to know your woman. That means you're supposed to observe her. You got to be looking at what does she need. What do she need? That's what you need to be thinking. What does she need? Just like when the Lord look at her, the Lord say, brother, you need air to breathe. You see, you did not ask the Lord for air to breathe, did you? You naturally do it. You take it for granted, right? But the Lord, he said, you need air to breathe. I'm going to give it to you because you need it. And so, brother, that's what you have to look at your woman. She need this. She need that. She needs some women, some woman stuff. You all know what I'm talking about when you go down those aisles in the grocery store. Bro, let me tell you something. If your woman going through those kind of things, because in the grocery stores and stuff, the women, they have a whole aisle to themselves, then the babies and all that. Don't be afraid to, if your woman needs some stuff like that, don't just think that she need to get that for herself. Cause I don't want nobody thinking I'm, that kind of way. Don't even think about what other people. Does she need it? Get that box or whatever and put it in the bathroom or something. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Meet her needs. If you out there, meet your woman needs. Meet her needs mentally, emotionally, bodily, and financial again. Do not abuse her in no way. You want your woman going to bed every night with a heart smiling. And when her heart smile, her face will smile. Let me tell you something, brother, and I know this from experience. When you treat a woman, if you're a good man and God gave you a good woman, listen to what I said, God gave you a good woman. It wasn't all about your swag and all that kind of stuff. No, God gave you a good woman. He put her in position so you could see her. So if God gave you a good woman, and going back to what Peter said, love your wife, treat her with understanding because she's the weaker vessel so that your prayers will not be hindered. Brother, if the Lord give you a woman, if you don't treat her right, your prayers going to be hindered. I have said this several times. The Bible even said, if you want stuff to go wrong in your life, treat your wife wrong. Treat her wrong. It might not happen today. It'll get you down the back end. But the Bible say that your prayers be not hindered. If you want to, brother, just think about it. You need another job, right? But you putting fleas on that woman, meaning you dogging her out. You keep putting those fleas on her. Do you think God gonna give you that job, that good job that you need? He might do it. Let me tell you what God might do. God might give you that good job that you want, right? But you still treating your wife, right? God might give you that little shiny thing. Then you get that shiny thing, and then God pull the rug from up under you because you still won't change. That right, Sister Cynthia? You reap what you sow. Brother, if you do not sow love unto that woman, how can you reap respect? There are a lot of men out there, they want a woman to respect them, and they want a woman to be submissive. First of all, sister, if you're not married to the man, you don't have to submit to him. Submission is only for a wife, not a girlfriend, not nothing. You ain't got to do nothing for him until he say, I do. And that means he go before God and say, I take her to be my wife. You don't have to submit. As a matter of fact, brother, on the flip side, you don't have to take care of her because she's not your wife. You take care of your wife. You love your wife. If you want respect, brother, love your wife, understand your wife. That's what you got to do. Love her and understand her. And the only way you're going to understand, you got to go to the Lord. Because you don't go to the Lord, you may do some hit and miss every now and then. But if you really want to know her, and let me tell you something, brother, when God gives you a good woman, she's going to piss you off sometime. She's going to disappoint you sometime. You're going to piss her off sometime. You're going to disappoint her sometime. But overall, brother, when it comes to relationship, you're going to always have storm and season in the relationship. But you're going to have more sunny days than rainy days. I can tell you that. You're going to reach a lower, brother. You're going to notice this. When you loving your woman right, you're going to realize sometime, you're going to notice this. You see, God give the increase. And this is what you, brother, going to notice. You're going to notice this. Dog, I could see, I could tell that I'm loving my wife more. You're going to be able to see it. One day you're going to be thinking, I ain't never loved no woman like this before. I have never been to this level of loving a woman. That's what you're going to discover, brother. I never been to this level of loving a woman. All that stuff that you did in the past, all those women that you probably told in the past, I love you, I love you. But when God put the right woman in your life, when God put the right woman in your life, she's going to be doing you right anyway. She's not going to be playing with you. She ain't going to be playing those stupid games with you, brother. When God put the right woman in you, the right woman, let me tell you what the right woman will do. She's going to come into the relationship seeing what's the plan. She want to know what's the plan, what we going to do, how we going to advance God's purpose. She's going to come in, a good woman, brother, that God bring your life. She's going to come in with her hand, with something in her hand. She's not going to come into your life to pull some away from you because she's a helpmeet. Warning, 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 warning. Brother, anytime you deal with a woman that always wants you to come out your pocket, that's the wrong woman for you. I'm warning you, brother. Anytime you deal with a woman that wants you to go into your pocket on the regular, that's the wrong woman. How you doing, my little sister Renee? I'm telling you, brother, you are not required, brother, to take care of a woman that's not your wife. Sister, you are not required to lay on your back for a man that's not your husband. But how this world is, some men, they taking care of women because they getting some benefits. And some women, they giving these men benefits because of what they're getting, which we call prostitution. You all might not want to hear this kind of talk, but I got to tell you, anytime a man is giving a woman money and stuff, or doing that financial stuff, look up the term prostitution and see what prostitution means. Now, some women will say, I'm not a prostitute. They say prostitutes are those women that you can identify when you go down on Broadway and all that kind of stuff. Those are the prostitute, because you could tell because they walk to a man's car. That's a prostitute. No, ma'am, no, sir. At least the thing about those women that's out on the street, they straight up and they letting everybody know, yeah, I'm a prostitute and I do this for money. Private dancer, I'm your private dancer. Like Tina Turner said, I'm your private dancer, doing this for money. You all remember that song about Tina Turner, Private Dancer? What is a private dancer? But you see, a lot of women, they private dancer, but they're not on the streets. They live in apartments, they live in houses and stuff. They not married. And their philosophy is no money, no honey. But they don't want to be called no prostitute. Yes, you are a prostitute if you giving your body and stuff for resources. Because he gets your hair done, your nails done, paying for your girl trip and all that kind of stuff. That's prostitution. And that means the man is the trick. He's the trick and use the prostitute. Or it could be reversal. He's a gigolo and you the trick. The gigolo is the man that you taking care of that too sorry to get off his butt and get a job and do things how he's supposed to do. Some of you sisters, you're taking care of a gigolo. You know the man that sit down and don't try to get no job? It'll mess my mind up. It'll mess my mind up if the Lord don't give me no money. to do something, pay some of these bills around here. Do you all think I want her to go? She's a beautician, by the way. Do you think I want her to go and just do hair all the time and I'm sitting around playing Madden football all day? Of course I play Madden football, but guess what? I got resources coming in. But I ain't not just sitting around playing Madden and she does hair all the day. And she got to do hair all the day. She really don't have to tell you the truth. She does hair because she want to do hair. She ain't got to do it. If she want to stop today, she could stop today. If she don't want to do no more hair, she could stop today. Because I don't depend on her money. Now, when she contribute, she contribute. But I don't say, you better do this. You better do this with your money. You better do this with your money. No, she contribute because she's a helpmeet. I carry the full load financially up in here. She does the minor stuff up in here. I do the heavy stuff up in here. She's a helpmeet. You see, she's not one of those that come and want to do her fingernails like this and say, you do it. You the man, you do everything. Let me tell you this, brothers, if you have a lazy woman, you see, when you have a woman is a helpmeet. Eve was a helpmeet to Adam. Do you not realize that when God created Eve and brought Eve to Adam, God told Eve and Adam together, or Adam and Eve, he said, I want you both to reproduce, that take two. And he said, I want you both to have dominion. He didn't tell Adam, you and Eve reproduce and you have dominion. He didn't say that. God told Adam and Eve together. I want you to produce and I want you to dominate. Sister say that the brother, the man, the provider. Amen. And let me tell you this. The Bible clearly say, brothers, it said that if a man doesn't take care of his household, hello. If a man doesn't take care of his household, hello. If a man doesn't take care of his household, hello, he's worse than an infidel. An infidel is an unbeliever. The Bible clearly say, if a man don't work, he don't eat. That's what God's words say. If a man don't work, he don't eat. And some of you, sisters, you are perverting God's word. You are taking care of an able-bodied man that can get out there and work. I can understand that he got some kind of physical thing going on, but some of you point blank, let me tell you this, many years ago, when I used to work in Parks and Rec, many years ago, when I used to work in Parks and Rec, there were some grown boy men coming over there. Every time we let them play if we let them play basketball every day, they do it. Let me tell you what was going on. These guys had on these high-priced tennis shoes. They had the woman's car. They take her to work. They come and play basketball. And when it's time for them to go, they coming back late on that day. I can hear them. I used to hear them say, man, you coming back late on? You shoot some hoops? Yeah, I'll be here. That's how they did. They didn't do no work, a lot of these guys. And then the woman might bring them back and drop them off to play some basketball and then come back and pick them up. Sorry, men. Some of you sisters, you allow these guys to do that. And let me tell you something, sister, you don't need your son to be like this. Don't raise your son, sister. This for you, brother, too. Don't raise your son to depend on a woman providing and protecting. A man's supposed to provide. If a man don't work, he don't eat. If he purposely don't work, there's a lot of men out there that are looking for women to take care of them. Don't do it. Anyway, I'm glad you all came to the dinner table tonight. Those of you that are on the book, like, share, and make your comments. It's not costing you anything. Those of you that are on the tube, if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button, then hit that notification button. So when I come on, when it's time for dinner, you can come on in because the bell gonna ring for you, and share. It's not gonna cost you anything. Brothers and sisters, I'm so glad that you became a part of this broadcast. I truly, truly love you all. I hope that you enjoyed this dinner, and hopefully you will be back tomorrow night, Lord willing, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but Lord willing, we all will be back here at the dinner table, okay? And I want you all to know sincerely, I love you, brothers. I love you, sisters. And a lot of time, you all sacrificing y'all time. That's a word. You're sacrificing your time because you could be doing something else. But you come here and you have dinner with your brother Tony. And I really appreciate it. I even appreciate a lot of you brothers and sisters when you make comments and I see your comments. I like that. We're at the dinner table, so you make your comment. Okay? You all could talk to one another while we're at dinner, long as it pertaining to what we're talking about at the table. So just don't come here and start talking about all that other stuff we're going on. You know, try to keep your comments to what we're talking about. I don't mind you all talking to one another on while we're here. I don't mind. It's family time. And brother and sister, you all go ahead and get some of these carrot plates, put some of that good soul food on, because I got plenty. I don't want to throw away this food. I don't want to throw it away. So you take this, go ahead and put it in the freezer, your freezer, share with other family members and friends. Tell them about this soul food. Tell them, hey, we got plenty of room. He's going to have some more soul food tomorrow. I love you, brother. I love you, sister. Peace out.